Hi there, and welcome to our webinar entitled ChatGPT and CRM from Your Inbox. My name is John Carini, and I will be your host today. As I mentioned, I'm broadcasting from New Jersey, actually the New York area, and I see a bunch of you already commenting in the comments area. And just a little bit of housekeeping, definitely put comments in there. And during the webinar, I will try to answer your questions in real time. So if you do have questions as we go along, please put them in there. We have people from all over the world. There's Jess, who started the conversation in St. Louis. Hey there. Texas, here's Brazil. Antwerp, Belgium. Anyway, all good. So before we get started, I'll ask one more question and in the chat area here, and it's what CRM, if any, do you currently use? Okay. So I put that in. There's someone from the UAE. Great. Australia. Ooh, what time is it there? Oh, no, sorry, Austria. That's not too bad. Anyway, I will show a quick slideshow just so we can get going here, and then I'll get into like a live demo here. So just so you know, I'm with Enterprises, and we've actually been around since the mid-90s, which is basically forever when it comes to software and CRM. We've kind of been there since the beginning of CRM, and especially SaaS and so on. Anyway, we have quite a large customer base. We have over 1 million installs of our connectors, so we're really cruising along. And I'm here in the USA, as I mentioned, but we have people in Europe and Asia as well. And we're really about like the whole CRM and email integration, and now AI too. So anyway, the obligatory subscribe. I'm almost up to 1,000 followers. I really, really need your help to get there, and I would like that so I can tell my kids I'm an influencer. So I know that's a really bad dad joke, but but please do subscribe. And I think if I can get you all, everybody that watches this, which is probably over 1,000 to subscribe, I will officially be an influencer. So please do subscribe, and I will do my best to post content that you're interested in. So sorry for this busy slide. So just so you know, again, I'm from Enterprises, and we make these connectors, and they work with Gmail and Outlook, as well as a majority of the popular CRMs. In fact, we just added HubSpot, which isn't listed here. But and I asked in the right side, like what CRM you use. There's a Dynamics person, a couple of Dynamics people here, and a ton of Salesforce people here as well. So thank you for interacting there. So we also have our own CRM. It's called iCRM, and it's a configurable all-in-one CRM solution. And we offer it at one price for everything. We don't do that, play games and like start you at a low price and then increase it as you go along, like some other vendors do. Same with the connectors. We actually have only one paid version of our connectors for CRM, and it includes all the features and functions. So same with iCRM. Then we have this other product called Social Insights. And this product lets you go to any LinkedIn profile and save a Salesforce or Dynamics lead or contact for that matter. It also lets you, get insights into your CRM while you're on LinkedIn. And then this is included with our CRM. And then another really, really popular product we have now is a connector for ChatGPT. And what this does, and you'll see it live in just a second, is it actually helps you correspond with your email. And and actually can answer your email, can translate it, can do all that stuff kind of automatically. Now, a really cool thing is the ChatGPT features here are also built into these connectors for CRM. So I will focus the live demo on the CRM connectors, but keep in mind, if you just want the ChatGPT features, you can buy this other connector or trial it, and you just get the ChatGPT. Um, anyway, somebody was asking, oh, please record the session. So the URL that this is live at right now, so you've managed to get here, right? That URL will become the recorded session too. So this is a live YouTube presentation that's kind of automatically saved on YouTube um, when when it's over. So we've won a bunch of awards over the years. We have loads of customers, thousands, or I should say, like in the thousands, and these are some of the big ones. But this technology really applies to like both big and small customers. So with respect to CRM, lack of adoption is and ease of use is typically the reason why it fails. So ease of use, dual entry, and so on. Also, like a lot of these CRMs require like armies of consultants. So I'll mention now we have these ChatGPT AI features, which are really exciting. It's so cool. You can compose emails, reply to emails using ChatGPT, translate messages, and the translation, by the way, is way better than any translation like that's automated I've ever seen. And you can ask questions like, tell me about the person who sent me this email, tell me about their company, and it helps you add contacts and leads to your CRM using AI, and so on. So we'll look a lot at this, obviously. We have some SMS stuff in there soon. And like, what does this really do for you? Why is this so important? Well, I think it's because you really spend most of your day in your inbox, right? And putting your CRM and then augmenting it with AI really leads to success, not only with using your CRM, but hopefully with selling more and servicing your customers better, right? So these studies kind of prove that out. And I love this one Inc. study here. And what this says is that people spend more than 30 hours a week, not even replying to email, just in their email, just looking at it. So basically, 3/4 of the week is spent looking at your email. So you better bring everything that's important in there, right? So one thing that's really important, obviously, is CRM. So CRM is if you're interacting with your customers in your email, and you're in your email um, all the time, and basically, if you don't have your CRM in your email, you're not using your CRM. That's the bottom line. And then bringing AI there is also super important, right? You're there. If we're going to make you more intelligent, I know, if there's one thing I know, it's that I don't know everything, right? And having AI in my email where I work all day and interact with my customers is super important. So these other studies also interesting. The one in Forbes says only 18% of the time people are like actually in CRM, and there's some others as well, like this Katera study where it says ease of use is the most critical feature. So what could be more important um, than like than having CRM and AI in your email to make it easier to use. And then I love this too. Database decisions make you 19 times more profitable. So basically, we're giving you data and putting it in the place where you make decisions, and and hopefully that makes you more profitable, as this says. So you've made this massive investment. So now in your CRM probably, and if you're not using it in email, then like you're just not using your CRM. I see a couple of questions. This one I'll answer. If you don't allow add-ins in Outlook, number one, you could ask for your Exchange admin or your Outlook admin to allow add-ins. But the CRM product is a web-based product, and although it has an add-in to help it work inside of Outlook, in your case, or Gmail, it works standalone. So just to answer that question. Uh, and uh, and Daniel, thank you. I can't wait to see the demo too. Hopefully, I don't mess it up too bad. Nah, I may have done this before. So the whole idea, and I'll get to the demo in like 2 seconds um, if 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 uh, if you don't mind just being a little patient. So the whole idea is doing everything from email. Basically, we're throwing a sidebar in Gmail and Outlook. Lets you, in its simplest form, you can like save emails to to your CRM, and then you can link them to any object, even custom objects, and that's regardless of the CRM. You can create leads, you can use email templates, there's like social media links and things. And obviously there's this new ChatGPT stuff. Um, and then there's also this automatic background sync if you want to enable that to synchronize things. And then the same kind of applies for calendar. I'm not going to spend a lot of time demoing the calendar stuff, but just keep in mind that everything you see in email, you have in your calendar too. And then I actually like the background sync is actually more popular for the calendar to sync calendar items than it is email. Um, Somebody asked, I've never heard of Klaviyo CRM. Is it based, Shannon? Is it based on Salesforce or some other CRM like Dynamics? If it is, um, then uh, um, then um, then like yes, it would work. But I've never heard of that one. I like this one. Slack will replace email in time. Well, we'll have to see. And it's very interesting because like we're working on a Slack integration as well. Matthew, I don't know. I've heard many times that email was being replaced, but I guess we'll just have to wait and see. Anyway, why are our connectors better? So other like integrations you might have, including like ones from Salesforce and the vendors themselves. With respect to Gmail, they're usually like Chrome extensions, and Chrome extensions kind of stink, to be honest. And ours is not. With respect to Google, it's a Google add-on. For Outlook, it's an add-in. And for both of them, that means everything works in mobile. It works in any browser. So Edge, Safari, whatever. There's nothing to install locally. Basically, I mentioned we give you one price. We don't do this like upsell thing. So, whatever the price is, it is. Just a little more comparison. I know this is a busy slide, but if you've used Chrome extensions, you probably know they're not really reliable, whereas like add-ons or add-ins, they always work. The Chrome extensions conflict with other extensions. They actually like try to use the same real estate and get in each other's way. They're tough to deploy because they have a footprint on the local PC, whereas add-ons and add-ins are all cloud-based. There's security risk. Like Chrome extensions can actually like see everything you do in your browser, even when you go to your bank account, right? Like it's crazy. Whereas these Gmail add-ons and Outlook add-ins, they don't do that. They're living in the cloud and they send everything directly to your CRM over HTTPS. They're not available in mobile, whereas ours are, and obviously they work in any browser. So there's a lot more here. Like this is a specific example of like talking about Einstein Activity Sync from Salesforce. And I won't read all this, but basically Einstein Activity Sync costs a lot of money, and it syncs your emails to Amazon AWS, not directly to Salesforce, so they don't show up on reports. Then they're automatically deleted after 6 months. and then you can pay even more, and they can save them for 24 months. Whereas our connector saves everything right in Salesforce in the regular email object, and then um, it's with full encryption, whereas theirs isn't, and it shows up on all the reports. You can keep them as long as you want, and so on. So I know there's a lot on this slide, and then just quickly. Um, with respect to our own CRM, if you are like using Salesforce or one of the other CRMs and they keep on raising your prices or something, check out iCRM. It's pretty cool. It like is built into your inbox. It's a full-featured, flexible CRM. Everything works on mobile, works in any browser. And then if you pay annually, it's $30, basically $30 per user per month, $34.95 if you pay monthly per user per month. There's a minimum of 2 users, so CRM's for more than 1 user. But we don't upsell you. That's for everything, all the features of the email integration and everything. So let's get into the live demo. Just give me 1 second here to get my screen up, entire screen, and I'm gonna share this screen. Hang on, before I do that. Give me 1 second here, and I'm going to start out in Outlook if you guys don't mind. Actually, that's a question. I'll put it in there in just 1 second. Let me get my Outlook going here. Perfect. Sorry, it usually doesn't take this long. I'm going to share this. I'll bring up Outlook. Really quick, I'm going to ask another question here. Yeah. What email client are you using? So I've just put that in the chat. Let me know. Is it Outlook? Is it Gmail? Is it something else? I know there's not too much else out there. So anyway, I'll start off in Outlook. And so this is my Outlook screen. And in Outlook, our connectors show up as add-ins. They're called add-ins in Outlook, right? And these add-ins, if they're already installed, they show at the top here. Sometimes they show under these 3 dots, right? And in the web version, it's definitely under the 3 dots. This happens to be Outlook on a Mac, but it works with like all currently supported Outlook versions available from Microsoft. And to get our product and trial it, and all the products have a 7-day trial. And if you need them extended, you can just email us, and we'll gladly extend it for you. But you just do get add-ins. And for example, if you're using Salesforce, you put in Salesforce connector, and then you just add it. Now, if you're the Exchange admin, it can also be pushed out en masse. So whatever CRM you're looking, it's the name of the CRM and connector. And then if you're interested in looking at iCRM, it's just called iCRM for Outlook, I believe. So anyway, yeah, here it is, iCRM for Outlook. So right now I'm in my inbox. I'll start demoing. If I open a message from one of my customers in this case, you can see James emailed me and he's asking for a quote. And when I do that on the right-hand side, in this case, I'm looking at Salesforce, right? You can see that James is in fact found in Salesforce, and the company he works for is this Grand Hotels and Resorts, and there's his title and all that. And in its simplest form, I can just like log this email, so I can click add and log it, or I can link it to any object. Like if I want to, I'll click on that just so you can see. If I want to link it to an opportunity or something, I can, and it kind of automatically filters the opportunities and shows only the opportunities for the company that James works for. But I'm just going to log it against James. And then maybe this thread is really important to me. So I want to mark this thread. And that means that once I mark it, now the thread will be synced to Salesforce. So that means all the replies to this thread will automatically be saved in Salesforce, right? And here's the ChatGPT tools. I'm going to get into that in a second. But if I scroll down, you'll see all the related stuff. Here's all the people on this email in Salesforce, all the opportunities that the opportunities for this person and this company in Salesforce. And I can click on this. I can literally go into the opportunity and edit it right here in the sidebar if I want. Or I can just click on it and then I can open it in a full screen in Salesforce in this case as well. And then all the other related stuff. So let's get to the ChatGPT stuff. So Adam's asking me, could you please send me a quote for your product? And this happens all the time. We have more than one product, right? So what the heck product is Adam asking about? So if I go into the ChatGPT tools, here's the options. And one of them is to reply to this email, compose a new one, translate, which is fantastic. Tell me about the sender, tell me about the sender's company, or ask anything. So the ChatGPT tools are really powerful. And in fact, like if you buy this connector, you get like a free paid version of ChatGPT with the connector, because you can ask it anything, right? Just like ChatGPT. I know there's a bunch of questions coming in. I'll get to them in a second. I'm sorry. Just want to get through this real quick. So anyway, let's use ChatGPT in this case to reply to this email. So I'll say, I want to reply to this email, and I'm just going to say respond and ask what product they're interested in. And then do I want to like preview and refine the message before I put it in a draft and send it? And I'll just say, you know what? Yes. So I click continue. Now it's going out to ChatGPT, super fast. By the way, we're using ChatGPT 4. We're about to switch to ChatGPT 4.0 as an Oscar. And that will be even better. I don't know why they named it O, because O and 0 are very confusing. But that will be within the next week or so. We'll be on ChatGPT 4.0 as an Oscar. And you buy our connectors, you kind of get that free. So here's what it proposes. It says, thank you for reaching out. And I can further refine this message and say, oh, you know what, make it longer, make it more formal. But this looks pretty good. I do create reply, and you can see it lays up a reply. I can still edit it some more, like manually here. And then when I'm ready, I could send it. So that's the example of ChatGPT replying to a message. It's really cool. So anyway, let me go into another message. Oh, actually, let me go into this one. Here's another more ChatGPT stuff, and then I'll get to the questions. I'll also switch over to the Gmail as well. I open up this message, and this is actually about this webinar, and I can say, tell me about the person who sent the message, which is me, or tell me about the company. And I click on tell me about the company, and then you'll see, like, as you're answering your email, you can get really nice information about the sender and the sender's company using ChatGPT. So this is our company called iEnterprises, and it's really a really good synopsis for that. And then down here, it even suggests other questions you might want to ask about iEnterprises. So, how does it integrate this and that? So it's really cool. You can do like a deep dive into the person or company that's sending, that's sending the message. So let's get to a few of your questions real quick. Okay. Uh, okay, Harvey, I'm sorry, I'll try better. Um, yeah, this one's a good one. Can we define what objects show, not just opportunities? So I really should have mentioned this, Robert, but the whole thing is metadata driven, right? So when I go, that was like in the link and email, this drop down just automatically shows by reading the metadata in Salesforce, anything that can be related to a contact just automatically shows here, including custom objects. And then you can, furthermore, like you're as an administrator, you can actually limit what shows here and make it less. So it automatically shows everything from Salesforce that's appropriate, and then you can limit that down. So yes, this is you can control. It's kind of automatic, but you can override it and control what shows. And everything is metadata driven. So custom fields and custom forms, custom drop downs and things, they all work as well. So let's see. Uh, oh, thank you. Thank you, Larissa. Um, what objects? Yeah, so the auto log an email. So that's an option you can turn on in the other tools here. You can turn on this automatic sync, and it's not really much to show, but once it's on, you can set up rules for how emails are automatically synced to Salesforce or any other CRM that we support, right? Um, and then when an email comes in, it'll look for the lead or contact with the same email address as the message, and it'll log it automatically against that. And then, like you can set up rules too. So, for example, you could say, "Oh, don't log messages from my law firm" or something like that. So, okay, I got through a few of the questions. Let's go over to Gmail real quick. Sorry, I got to get rid of that. So, okay. I'm in my inbox in Gmail, and it's very similar to Outlook, right? The add in Gmail, the add-ons they're called, and they're called add-ins in Outlook. Add-ons in Gmail show on the right-hand side here, and you can click on the buttons to activate them. Right, to get or trial this, you click the plus sign here, and then you would search for like Salesforce connector. But I'll search for our company. I just want to show you guys. So here's all the connectors, right? You can see there's 169,000 for Salesforce. Dynamics has 75,000. ICRM has 115,000. So they're quite popular, and they all have like good star ratings. Like I feel like the only negative reviews is like people are like, "Oh, I have to pay for this." Well, like it's everything can't be free, and we have to make money somehow. So I apologize for that. um, anyway, but we have excellent reviews. You just pick one of these. So like if you go into the Salesforce one, mine's already installed, but you click install, and then it'll just start the trial if you want to try it. And by the way, if you've already installed and your trials expired, just email us. We'll extend it for you. It's no problem at all. So you click install, and if you're the domain admin, like the workspace domain admin from Google, you can install it for your whole company right from here too. So anyway, in here I'm in my inbox, and it looks a little bit different, but it's kind of the same thing. If I go into this email, for example, then it goes out and it says, "Oh, I found James in Salesforce." It's a different message from James, right? And here's his company and contact. I can show more, and then I can log the email. And just FYI, after I log the email, like if let's say I want to link it to an opportunity, just so you could see how this works. So maybe I want to do an opportunity. Again, it could be a custom object. I'm going to link it to this opportunity. And now I've saved this message in Salesforce against an opportunity, right? Then if I click this mark thread, it's like a compromise between automatic sync and just clicking to save. save a message. You can mark the thread, and then all the future replies to this message will be saved against the opportunity you selected. So it's a little pretty sophisticated. Here's the ChatGPT tools stuff. I can give a command and reply. By the way, I mentioned everything works on mobile. Thank you, Robert. I really do think it's a lot better than the Salesforce Gmail integration. Again, the Salesforce Gmail integration is a Chrome extension, so it has a lot of limitations. And not only that, but they're planning to like discontinue support for both the Gmail, what I'll call like the free, or it should be really called included Gmail and Outlook add-ons, and the Chrome extension, sorry, and the add-in, and they're trying to get you all to buy Inbox, Salesforce Inbox, which is very expensive, and they're trying to get you to buy Einstein. They're trying to get you to buy both of those things, which I think we have better solutions for both of those things. So one of the things also that those Chrome extensions, like the one from Salesforce, don't do is they don't work on mobile, right? So I'm going to stick with Gmail here. I'm going to bring up my mobile device, right, real quick. I'm just going to show you. This applies to Outlook too. Outlook on mobile works really well too. So here's my iPhone in this case, but it works on Android too. And you can see down at the bottom here, you can see this is where the add-ons for Gmail, it's so confusing, show. So if I want to like bring up the Salesforce one, for example, I click there, and now everything that was in the sidebar in Gmail and in Outlook shows here on the right side, on the bottom when I click on it. And I can bring it up and put it in full screen. And just to stick with the Chat GPT stuff, I'm going to reply to this message and say, like, give me more details. What is it you want with regards to this quote? So I click reply, and then it'll launch here we go. It launches a draft in this case, and I can edit it a little more. So this is really powerful too. So I asked ChatGPT. Yeah, it's pretty good what ChatGPT wrote. Another thing I love on mobile is, and I won't really show this, is the reply with templates. So I'll get a lot of email. You know what? I'll show it. I'll get a lot of emails that are like, "Oh, can you give me like what are the features and functions of your product, and what's the pricing? What's all this stuff?" And maybe I have to reply with links and pictures and things, and I can just do that really quickly with these email templates, and pretty much all the CRMs. So you could see this has links and things, and obviously it'd be very difficult for me to write a message with pictures and stuff and links. So I use these templates all the time. I love this. Anyway, it is we're only a half hour in, but we're going to get you out of here in less than an hour. So I'm going to go off mobile. I think the thing to just remember is everything works on mobile. So everything that's available on the desktop, pretty much, I can't think of an exception, to be honest, works on mobile too. And that's really, like, in my opinion, it's kind of groundbreaking. So here we are back in Gmail. And let me actually prove that the messages are being saved in Salesforce. So if I click this, it says the email's been saved. If I click open, it'll open the message in the sidebar. It takes a second if you don't use it. And then let's say, oh, this is great, I can see that, but I want to see it in Salesforce because I just want the full screen of Salesforce. I can go there. I probably should have logged in before, but that's okay. And then you can see it takes me to that message, and it is in fact saved in Salesforce. Yeah. Uh, there you go. And it can be saved as in the email object or in the task object. So the email object I actually like better. Another really cool thing. So like let me go back to the inbox. I'll just click on this message again. And whenever you click on a message, it shows you, you saw this already, it shows you like some details about the person who sent the message, right? And then you can see related items. And sometimes you need to look at, maybe you need to look at this contact record in Salesforce or whatever CRM you're using a little bit more closely. You could open the contact. You could also click on the company and like and drill into that. But then maybe I want to see this in full screen now. So I just click open in Salesforce. It takes me to that person in Salesforce. I can see everything going on, including all the stuff I just logged. Right, here's one, the one I logged against the opportunity, right? Um, so anyway, it's just really cool little shortcuts. I'm gonna go back to Outlook. Somebody asked an Outlook question. I'm almost done. Um, yeah, so Magnet, if I hope I pronounced that right. What about Outlook and Zoho? So yeah, I'm not going to demo that, but you can see I have the Zoho connector here, and it looks almost exactly the same because again, everything's kind of metadata driven, which means we detect, in your case, the Zoho CRM configuration, and um, we render the connector accordingly. So you would just go get add-ins, right? And you would search for the Zoho connector um, and install that. And then you would have the same functionality with Zoho. I hope that helps. Um, Anything else, anybody? Let me make sure I covered everything. I think I did. I like this to be short. Um, the social media links are cool. Oh, I know. The other big use case is how to use, when you get something from someone new, how do you like, what do you do with it? Um, I think I have one from Bill Gates. Yeah. So Bill Gates sent me an email. Um, And then you can see in the case of Bill, he's not in Salesforce yet, and I can add Bill. I can also ask questions in ChatGPT about him, um, and I can add him as a contact or a lead. So if I click add, um, right, then it like tries to parse the email. It even takes some things from LinkedIn and um, and helps you add Bill as a lead. We support all different kinds of um, record types for all the CRMs, like the drop downs. If you add values or add custom fields, they'll just show up here. Like here's a custom field. Um, and then another thing I really like too is like sometimes this screen's a little small for this, uh, and uh, and like you just have to you want to see required fields only. You can do that. Same in Gmail. So then you only have to fill out the things that you need to. So that's pretty cool. That's the way you add people, kind of using AI and the connector. And then I didn't. You can ask anything to ChatGPT. So this is just like you're using ChatGPT. What company does Bill Gates? And now it goes out to ChatGPT. It's the paid version, right? And I'm doing a little research on Bill in this case. So again, it's like you get a free paid version, well, included paid version of ChatGPT with these connectors. Any other questions? I'm going to go back and like do a little review the pricing and stuff, but we're almost done. Obviously, it's really powerful to have your CRM information and then also, you know, ChatGPT inside your inbox. You can really get things done more quickly, do things more intelligently, and uh, you know, a another benefactor of that is you'll actually use your CRM, right? Which you've spent a lot of money on, I would think, and a lot of time. So really quick, we saw how to install it. You can download the Outlook one from the app source with Get add-ins, or if you're the Exchange admin, you could push it out. Works with any supported Outlook client, works on mobile and Outlook and so on. And Gmail, you do Get add-ins, right? Get it from the Google Marketplace. It's not a Chrome extension, right? And you can deploy that in mass if you're the workplace admin. And it works on mobile and everything. So here's the pricing. So the connectors, I should have had ChatGPT up here too. So the connectors for CRM and Gmail and Outlook, oops, let me go back, are $24.95 per user per month, paid monthly. If you choose to do an annual contract, you can get it for $19.95 per user per month, but paid annually, right? But if you do have hundreds of users and or a volume of users, then contact us. You can get discounts. And again, we don't do this thing where we say, hey, buy it at this low price and then up, you want this feature, you want that feature, and up the price. We include everything at one price. And then iCRM is $34.95 paid monthly per user per month, $29.95 per user per month paid annually. And then, by the way, if you buy iCRM, we'll help you import your data as part of the subscription. You don't have to hire an army of consultants or a partner or whatever and spend thousands of dollars. We do that with you. We also help you set it up, and you get everything with it. You get the ChatGPT integration, the email integration, that social media stuff where you can add leads from LinkedIn. Everything comes with it. So anyway, if there's any other questions, throw them in there. But if not, you can shoot me an email, and I'll show the email slide again too. But again, please subscribe so I can be an influencer. It wasn't what I wanted to grow up to be, but now it would be very nice. Here's my contact information again. Shoot me an email at sales@ienterprises.com, and we'll get right on anything you need. And I hope you guys got some value out of this. And even if you don't end up using our products, I hope you got some value out of it to kind of get an idea of how really CRM should be and how you should bring information into your inbox, because that's where you live. So we'll do another one in another month or so, probably a different topic. Please do subscribe. And if you have any questions whatsoever, we're here to help. Thank you very much and have a fantastic day.